So I love thrifting and antiquing, and I'm always finding these antique textiles for the house, and they're hand embroidered, they're hand crocheted, so many hours to create one of these. I love it. It's beautiful. It's like a piece of artwork, but I do not want to put it in my house for home fashion. So I'm thinking, why not wear it? And I'm sure the same thing happens to you. You find something and it's a beautiful embroidered table runner or a curtain or a pillowcase, and you don't want it for the house, but it's so beautiful and it's handmade. They're essentially little couture pieces. So when I find these cool handmade pieces, I like to save them and come up with ways to incorporate them into my wardrobe. This video is about my creative process. I really wanted to show you what goes through my head when I'm creating something from scratch, or it's like an upcycle, what process goes into it. So you are going to get a glimpse of that today, and hopefully it'll help you on your upcycles and creative process as well. So today I'm going to figure out how to make these a part of a skirt that I just finished tailoring. So I have two of these doilies, and I think they're a really fun contrast into the skirt that I just finished tailoring. And I want to figure out how to add them to the skirt. So I'm thinking I could add them at the top and kind of have it like a little bib apron look. We could add them at the hips for an accent wrapped around the side, kind of bringing in this nice shape here. We could even cut out the design and applique it onto the skirt. That could be really fun to have the embroider appliqued on there. Or maybe we want to like gather them up somehow and like have some fun like flower motif happening. But I was sitting here looking at these, and what I'm really thinking they need to be are pockets. So this is where the creativity really comes in, and you get to decide what is going to look best, how am I going to make this look, and what am I going to do, and how am I going to do it? So let's problem solve it. Real quick, before we continue, if you're enjoying Sewing Anastasia, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you would like to start on your upcycling adventure, a great place to start is our Sewing 101 course. So make sure you check that out through the links down below. We offer it online and in person. Now let's get back to our upcycle. So one thing I always like to look for when working with vintage textiles is, are there any bad spots in it, stains I couldn't get out, things I need to hide or remove? And thankfully on these, there's nothing. I washed them and they came out beautifully white. So when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking I do not want a round pocket. If I leave the top open to get into it, I think that this is going to flap down a lot. And when this flaps down, we're going to see the stitching and the embroidery on the back. But I do like the idea of a straight line across the top. So I'm thinking we fold this into the back and then basically top stitch the pocket down. And I think that would be beautiful and simple, but aesthetically pleasing. So I know I want this pocket shape here. So I'm going to go ahead and iron down the top to the inside on both of them. Now, something you want to take into consideration when you're working with the vintage textile is that you never really want to look like you're wearing the doily or the tablecloth. You don't want to look like it's wearing you. You want to be wearing it. You want to use it as a beautiful part of a textile incorporated into a garment where someone doesn't know, was that a doily or did you custom create that pocket? Also, ironing something is a great way to see how it's going to look before you go cutting or sewing. So I think I'm going to fold this right below that first flower there. And I'm going to do the same thing to both of these. Now let's double check and see that these are the same size, because after all, someone did hand make these. I think I might raise this one just a smidge. There we go. Now I'm feeling good about the size of both of these. Now let's go take them over to the skirt. Now that our pockets are ironed under, we need to decide where we want to put them. Do we want them to go horizontal? Do we want to angle them to the front, to the side? Do we want to put them more at the side? So through this process, I really like to pin up a bunch of different versions, and then I'll take photos of them and see which one I like the best. So I went through a few variations and I decided on this one. I like that the pocket pops out a little bit and it comes over the side seam a bit. And it's got this really nice curve leading towards the front. And then at the front, it also has a nice curve leading away from the front. So looking at this pocket, to get it permanently attached to the skirt, we're going to straight stitch right next to the crochet. So that way the crochet is loose, it has a little bit of movement to it. And since we're going to be sewing all the way up to the top, it'll keep that flap down to the inside that I've ironed down. So I don't want to put any stitching up here. You could, but I like the nice clean folded over look there. And to make this easy, I'm going to be using a specialty foot. Let me go show you what it is. And to make this easier, I'm going to be using my piecing foot, also known as the 1/4 inch foot. And it's got a circle here for the opening where the needle goes into. So it's going to have less pressure around it because it doesn't have that big oval opening. So this is going to help with the unique textile design. So I have my skirt open and I'm going to start up here at the top and I'm going to be going right next to that zigzag stitch that they attached this crochet piece with. And I'm using the lines in the foot as a guide. So I'm using this little right angle on the foot as a guide right next to the edge of that crochet piece. And I'm going to keep turning my skirt while I'm doing this. When I get close to a pin, I'm going to remove it. And I have to move the whole garment while I do this. When I get back up to the top, I'm going to add some back stitches, reinforcing the top edge of this pocket. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. I've attached the pockets and here is my new skirt. Look at how fun these pockets are. I just love them. I can't wait to style this outfit. How fun and quick was that, right? Can you imagine if I had to hand embroider the pocket, hand crochet the edging? It would have taken me forever. But all I had to do was iron back the top and stitch these on, and now I've got beautiful handmade pockets on my skirt. I just love taking vintage textiles and upcycling them onto new garments. So that was just a little glimpse into my process. So if you're out and you see these really cool textiles, or maybe you have some garments in your closet that you like certain elements of them, but not the full garment, you can always take them and upcycle them and get creative with all of these other textiles and details. Thank you so much for watching Sew Anastasia today. If you have any questions, leave it down below. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the tutorial today, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when the new tutorials come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching today. These videos are for you guys. Let me know what other videos you would like to see coming up in the comments down below. And I would love to know about your antique thrifting textile finds. Leave those down below too and share them with everyone. And if you want to learn more about sewing, make sure you check out the online and in-person sewing classes here in Chicago. There's links down below for everything. And if you want to know what's going on in the studio, well, check out the Instagram stories. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye!